review of the Amazon eBay Spider LED headlights. So these lights I put on 2006 Nissan Pathfinder, and they pretty much look the same on just about every car. They just design them a little differently. They use the same halos, the same projector, same reflector. So upon first look, they absolutely look fantastic. The little chrome accents, even though the background's black, the little chrome accents really bring out the grille and the center emblem. Gives it a really modern, aggressive look. So I'm gonna go through and tell you some of my experience with these lights, how they've held up after this is almost 1 year of owning them, and stuff that I've done to them. The first topic, and what most people buy these lights for, are actually the daytime running light aspect. So these do have LED halos, and they have these below lights, but very disappointing. The halos are very, very dim. They just use this little tiny centerpiece, which has a small LED in it, in this very bubbly plastic mold, as you can see. They're really only visible at night. And same with these lower ones. They come with these little tiny LEDs in there. I don't know if you can see it, but that small little yellow dot in the middle is the only LED in there. And they're super, super dim. So what I did, I upgraded them to these other lights that I found online. The bulb size is 194. And you have to make sure they're just about as thin of a diameter as this light, or they won't fit through the hole, so you're gonna have issues with that. But other than that, I really like them now that they're upgraded. It was pretty plug and play as far as the bulbs, but my headlight used a different type of bulb. The stock headlight on a Nissan Pathfinder / Frontier was a single bulb large reflector lens. So the headlight bulb looked like this. It was a dual filament on the inside and had a connector looking like this. So that's exactly what these headlights did, was they actually used that stock connector. There's the LED bulb, and there's where the high beam bulb is, which is a halogen. But I'm very happy with the performance of these lights, surprisingly. I wasn't expecting such great light output out of for the price. I mean, they were only 200 bucks, housings plus the LED upgrade, which I highly recommend. A lot of them come with a halogen bulb in there. Like you see a lot of trucks use these headlights, like older Fords or Rams. They use these and they just keep the halogen lights, and they're just terrible. So I definitely recommend upgrading to the LED if you can. Just pay the extra 20-30 bucks to do it. So here they are with everything on: parking lights, side marker, and the projector. So it looks a little green right here actually, but the light is very, very bright coming out. Projects a very far distance. I believe the light bulbs are 12,000 lumens for both of them, so 6,000 each. So they're pretty acceptably bright actually. I'm in my garage. It's not dark yet, so I'll film some more at night so I can show you exactly what they look like. But so here's the 6000K color. Has a pretty defined hotspot right in the middle, and a very, very sharp cutoff line on each side. It's just the only problem with these lights that I have is the light pattern is very narrow. It's probably about 45 degrees, maybe less, right in front of you. So when you're looking down the road, you're really not going to see anything in this direction on each side, which was my horrible complaint. So continuing on that, that's when I went to some more research about some upgraded fog lights for this car, and I'll show you exactly what that added. So here's what I mean about the width of these fog lights. So when I'm going from about, I'll say about a 90-degree view, so about an L shape at night with the headlights, now I'm up to almost 180 degrees of pure, I can see everything in front of me from either side. So that's really helpful. And one thing that I absolutely despise about these headlights, so we've talked about low beams, we haven't talked about high beams. So this isn't necessarily the headlights' fault. This is the car's relay system for the headlights. So again, I told you how this uses a dual filament bulb. So high beam is the one to the right and low beam is the one to the left. So when the high beam kicks on, the low beam turns off, which means that I lose my LED low beams when I turn on my high beams. So I'll show you that now. And the high beams are not exactly fantastic for what they are. These are Sylvania Super stars, and they're just not super outputting. They're very narrow beamed, and I lose everything. I lose the fog lights and I lose the low beams. So at night, I'm almost blind except for right in front of me. So that's the worst complaint about these headlights. But low beam, fantastic. Turn fog lights on, boom, they're all gone when I flip on the headlights, or the high beams. So that's really my only complaint about these. So here's nighttime profile of just the low beams. They're very bright in front. Kind of a weird looking light pattern. You can see each individual light, but the spread is very, very narrow. So here's what I did. I added these LED fog lights. Look at that difference on each side. I'm just able to see a huge pit. And the front lights I have, turn those on, and then I have almost a type of high beam effect. So I'm gonna turn everything off and do just our high beams. So here's the high beams. High beams is just a big center glow, nothing on either side. It's not crazy bright, but when your low beams are much brighter than your high beams, especially with my setup, where everything turns off and the high beams are still on, it's a little disappointing for me. Here's the light pattern of just the low beams. It looks fantastic, especially against a garage door like this. You can see the really sharp cutoff line. Overall, they look fantastic. I just actually added these sequential turn signal strips. So, with my, sorry, that's the beeper that tells you the headlights are on. But with my turn signal, I got these cool little sequential strips. As you can see, pretty cool. So yeah, overall, I really, really like these headlights. They look fantastic, especially at night when the halos are really showing. But yeah, lights are very bright. I recommend widening them with some fog lights or some extra auxiliary lights like I have here. But I give them a 4 out of 5 in total. There are some connection issues. A lot of times you will have to trim the connector plug-in because it's not making good connection. And right now on my passenger side light, some of the wires are coming loose a little bit. There's some connection that's not exactly correct, so I'm gonna have to resplice them. But yeah, I definitely recommend these lights for any Nissan Pathfinder. So they come, this specific light will fit a 05 to, I think it's 07 Pathfinder, because in 08 they changed the bumper and the grille, so these won't fit. And same thing with the Nissan Frontier, 05 to 07. So thanks for watching, and leave comments down below, and don't forget to like the video. But thank you for watching.